Our names are Adam Hawkins and Braden Horde. I am Braden Horde. Adam Hawkins has been phenomenal group partner. We have significantly less group members than other groups. However, we have been working well together, and Adam has been a phenomenal teammate. What our presentation is currently is on DevOps. And this specific presentation is just on DevOps in general. So what we're hoping to accomplish is to summarize the DevOps handbook, specifically how to create world-class agility, reliability, and security in technology organizations. So I hope you guys have strapped in your seatbelts because we're in for a wild ride. All right, here we go. We are group 9. And what is DevOps? A great quote is, imagine a world where dev and ops becomes DevOps. I know it seems silly, but truly, think about that quote, and it should help you to integrate the DevOps organization. It should help you organize the DevOps organizational procedures into your business or businesses. When an organization or product owner can bring together the following, which are the 4 products, development, quality assurance, IT operations, InfoSec, they all work together to help each other. And ultimately, when they succeed, they have begun the first step of DevOps. If you look to the right of this slide, you will see a Venn diagram. DevOps is soul in the center of development, quality assurance, and IT operations. Now, you can have 2 of them, right? Hypothetically, you could have development and IT operations. You can see how they interact right here, or you can have development and quality assurance or QA. You can see how they interact here. DevOps is everything. DevOps, through all of our reading, testing, slide presentations, everything we have done, DevOps has truly made me a believer, and Adam as well. The next slide specifically is about the 3 ways. So what are the 3 ways? The 3 ways are flow, feedback, and continual learning and experimentation. Now, these are very different in their implementation. So flow, the definition is the principles of flow which accelerate the delivery of work from development to operations to our customers, right? So you have dev to ops. Dev being on the business end, ops being on the customer end, right? Operations, customer. Development, business. Feedback is a continual loop. Development feeds into operations, which is a customer. Operations is a customer piece, so to speak. However, after operations and feeding into the feedback of that, it will go right back to the development, which is on the business end. The feedback portion of the 3 ways is the principles of feedback, which enable us to create ever safer systems of work. The last and final variant of the 3 ways is the continual learning and experimentation. So it has a very similar diagram to the feedback loop. However, in the continual learning and experimentation model, the principles of continual learning and experimentation foster a high trust culture. And culture is so important in every business model. In addition to a scientific approach to organizational improvement, risk-taking as part of our daily work. So as you can see here, development feeds into operations, operations all the way around feeds back into development. In each one of these, development or operations, there are smaller, tinier little feedback loops, and that helps any organization to effectively be more effective. The fourth one is, excuse the airplane overhead, is where does one start in DevOps? Specifically, what you want to do is select a value stream. That means lean enterprise techniques used to document and improve the flow of information and materials. So that is the key and initial portion of DevOps. You need to figure out what your value stream is. The next step, understand the work that is being done in the value stream that you've chosen. The value stream is crucial. Be mindful of the value stream. The third step, design your organization with Conway's Law in mind. And Conway's Law is the larger an organization is, the less flexibility it has, and the more pronounced the phenomenon, right? So Conway's Law is essentially, it kind of flies in the face of, too big to fail. That's my interpretation of this. The fourth aspect of where to start in DevOps is to enable market-oriented outcomes through more effective collaboration. So market-oriented outcomes means, to me, that you need to be affluent with who you're working with, as in, who is your product base? Who are you trying to sell to? You need to figure out what exactly they need in addition to the outcomes that they expect from your value streams. And the fifth and final variant of where to start in DevOps is to protect and enable your teams. DevOps is all about teams, protecting one another, and just being a team is essential to DevOps. All right, so after all that has been said, let's get into getting started. Now that your organization is set up and streamlined, it's time to get to work, right? So first off, create a foundation deployment pipeline. Use production-like environments at every stage. Enable fast and reliable automated testing. Continually build, test, and integrate code. This is crucial because if you do not test or implement your code, you will have issues. And that is a problem because code in and of itself, code will always be that. I've never seen code in my professional experience that is error-free. It is crucial to any organization to continually build, test, and integrate code. It needs to be done. Enabling and practicing continuous integration, subset being get and give fast feedback. Moving forward, that is what I think is essentially, that's an essential piece, because if the feedback loop is not, present, how are you going to know or how is an organization going to know what is working, what is not working? Automating and enabling low-risk releases. So the subset of that being automating everything you can to reduce error. This goes back to the code. Try to do what your organization does best and try to reduce any errors that are present. Try to do top-notch work. That is the key to DevOps. Next slide. Implementing problem solving. Creating telemetry to enable seeing and solving problems. Telemetry is essentially, to me, telemetry, not to me, just to me, but to the book, to the DevOps book. Telemetry is essentially, trying to figure out what it is that is wrong. Or if something is wrong, you are aware of it. After that, you'll need to create centralized telemetry infrastructure. So that feeds right into using telemetry to guide problem solving. Telemetry helps organizations, peoples, and groups to know where they're failing. Telemetry is testing. That is the bare bones version. That is the easiest way to explain telemetry. Fearlessly cut bureaucratic processes. Be bold and intelligent. Old school systems only serve to bottleneck processes. Bureaucratic processes in any large organization, bureaucratic processes will only serve to cause issues. Bureaucracy, the only thing that it can do is create some kind of structure. So be sure to be bold and intelligent. That's what DevOps is all about. These old school systems, the whole point of these old school systems is to create some sort of structure to where how do I want to say this? Any sort of organization will create a very, very basic, rigid hierarchy. And these old school systems only serve to promote that as far as DevOps is concerned. So implementing problem solving, / in addition to a blameless work environment. This is, I cannot overstate this. Being blameless is, having a blameless work environment is an amazing thing, because if you have an organization who is blameless, right? Your organization is doing postmortems to see, hey, this is where we went wrong. This is where we went right. This is where, maybe we should do these practices. Maybe we should spread these practices. Maybe we should spread decreased tolerances to find the weakest signals. Signals meaning, issues that arise. And ultimately enabling everyone to teach and learn. And that is the BYU Idaho way, to teach everyone, to help one another, and to do our best, because teaching is the best way to learn yourself. So creating a blameless work environment will create a better work environment for all of your employees, no matter the organization. So remember that. And so security, get on board, right? Everyone's job, information security. Don't share your password. Security integration in everyday demonstrations. So teach, instruct, do your best to, instruct all of your employees. If they are getting these spammy calls from, India, or I don't want to blame India, but if they're getting very, very, very spammy calls about, hey, what is your password so we can help to get everything set up for you and we can do this or that, that's not good. Don't do that. Instruct your employees correctly. They need that. They need to know how to be secure. It not only applies to your work environment, but also to their everyday lives. Ensuring documentation and proof for auditors and compliance officers, in addition to reducing reliance on separation of duty, these are all important aspects to having any organization moving forward. Last but not least, why switch to a DevOps environment? DevOps, to me, seems very hostile, but DevOps creates a safe system of work for both development and operations. It enables a product owner or organization or any sort of business to create safe systems of work and gives the smaller teams the ability to quickly, safely, and independently develop a refined product. DevOps is the future. I want to thank each and every one of you for sitting here and listening to me ramble. But I appreciate all of your help. And I really enjoyed this class, CIT 262, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thanks.